Why did you sign up at Couchbase?
Yeah, hello everybody to our new format where we interview ourselves to get better insights into our organization. I'm very proud to talk to my two new colleagues, Alex and Gregor. And what I'm very interested in is the question why you finally signed up at Couchbase, because we have for sure hired, as we've seen here, and that is because of our huge growth part that the entire global Couchbase organization is facing right now. So let's start with you, Gregor. I'm really interested for your main reasons to come and join Couchbase.
Thanks, Steffen. First of all, probably you need to understand how the hiring process actually worked at Couchbase. So for us, normally a recruiter talks to you and looks at your LinkedIn profile and then writes you a message like, hey, we have a job for you. So I was actually already transitioning the job, and at the last stage, there was Couchbase showing up. So at the beginning, I was seeing it, well, it's just a database, but I gave it a second look actually. And learning more and more about the platform, I was quite surprised about everything. Like it's not only a database, it's actually a platform. And the one part which surprised me the most was actually the edge component and the IoT capabilities. So for my background, I was 10 years working in the telco manufacturing world, where we were focused on device management and IoT. So this was basically the perfect fit for me. And I really wanted to explore that more. So I gave Couchbase my sign up. What about you, Alex?
Well, so I can only confirm what you say. So I was really impressed about the whole platform that Couchbase is. So that it's not just a database, but I also think that the full text search, for instance, is a very great step, so that you can build your own intelligent searches within your data. So that's really a strong point, I would say. And coming from a background from the contact center industry, where we also analyzed data from customer interactions, I think that's also something, if you think about chat protocols or things like that, or anything. So that's a great step forward that you can do with Couchbase.
Perfect. Thank you, Alex. So, and what are your experienced, or what are your experience with the hiring process?
Well, I felt the hiring process was pretty straightforward. Every step was announced and explained clearly, so very transparent, I'd say. Yeah, I needed to do some pre-work. I learned to know the company a bit and a bit about the platform as well. So there were a couple of Zoom interviews where I met Chris, our manager. Yeah, and the final step was a pitch presentation on Zoom to a broader audience. And well, yeah, and so I finally got the offer, and yeah, it was a quite straightforward process, as already said. So Stefan, just a question about that to you. So was that always the same, or has it changed some way? I mean, you started a bit before us.
Yeah, well, when I started at Couchbase and when I faced my hiring process, I would say it was pretty much the same as you faced. And for me, it was very interesting to see the same process from the internal side. Then, yeah. So. Having a first call with operational colleagues or another pre-sales guy, facing as a second call the regional sales director, and then for sure our hiring manager, so mainly our manager now, yeah, which is the EMEA field engineering manager, and in the last step, preparing a pre-sales pitch. yeah, to a fake audience. I considered the process very straightforward, as you both explained already. It was very flexible, and also from a time manner, it was very fast. So if I remember correctly, I was by myself always the bottleneck from a time perspective. So I have the feeling that the company could sign up with myself just in two weeks, from the very beginning to the very end. Yeah. So and why I was interested speaking to Couchbase is the reason because I was interested in big data, and in the midterm perspective, I would or I considered a change in the big data field, and for sure Couchbase as one of the market leader in NoSQL, which is basically a main foundation for all big data stuff, was obvious a very good opportunity. So I discovered the product first, technology-wise, because that is for me the most important point. And I figured out immediately that the architecture is very beneficial to clients, because basically you can get with Couchbase all what you consider with public cloud vendors from an architecture point of view. So high scalability, high performance, combined with SQL for JSON, which you nearly have no progressive learning curve to take. Yeah, and well, I also was very impressed to the angle that you, Gregor, mentioned. So that the database platform also have out of the box included a full and center to the edge stack. Yeah, so that was basically altogether the final pieces that came together for me to sign up at Couchbase.
To be continued.